Hello, and welcome to my little corner of the universe of the internet, where you can access me, and I will tell you my thoughts and opinions on things. My name is Katherine, and I'm about to tell you my thoughts and opinions on things. Think of it as a semi-formal vlog, because my house isn't that clean, and my day-to-day life isn't that interesting, but my thoughts are, and so I'm going to share a couple with you. Today, we're going to be talking about gay divorce. Ready? Where do we start with gay divorce? I guess where all divorces start, gay or straight. Marriage. When marriage came into it, when I finally passed the gay marriage thing, I never thought it would happen. I never thought I would see it in my lifetime. It was just one of those things. I was just never that hopeful. I thought that the world was just way too homophobic and bigoted. But imagine my surprise when it wasn't. And I could suddenly get married. And not just me. I'm not self-absorbed. All the little gays and lesbians out there can get married and have little fantasies of gay and lesbian marriage now. Because when I was a little girl, I never even fantasized about marriage. It wasn't even a thought. I didn't think, oh, well, someday I will marry. I will meet my prince and princess and be carried across the threshold of, I don't know, the universe to travel time and space and fight aliens. Okay, one of those was my thoughts as a little girl, and one of them wasn't. It wasn't the marriage. But anyway, so I was very excited and happy when gay marriage passed. I was like, hurrah! But it was a heartfelt, meaningful hurrah. I'm just not very hurrah-worthy. Hurrah! Yay! Oh, pew, pew! Balloons and confetti, yay! But I was really excited. I wasn't with anybody at the time, but I was excited nonetheless, because I was a legalized person. And that's really something to get excited about, especially if you've never been a legalized person like that. So there's something to be said for legal rights. Yes, so, but it finally happened to me. I finally met a girl. That, I wanted to settle down with, and gay marriage was legal. Because I'd met other girls that I wanted to settle down with before, but gay marriage wasn't legal. So it was a different thing. But these things just happened. Gay marriage legal, find a girl I wanted to settle down with, boop, gay divorce. Well, but that's not quite my story yet. So all of that happened. I got married. It was a really simple wedding. It was just like the courthouse type of thing, and then a reception at our house. Nothing particularly spectacular. However, I want you to know, if I ever get married again, it is going to be a celebration. It is going to be the potlatch to end all potlatches. It is going to be a festival. It is going to be a multi-day event with carnival performers in formal wear. Yes. It will be like a cross between Burning Man and a carnival in Venice and something my mother would like to attend. Not quite sure how those all go together, but they will. Or I just won't ever get married again. One of the two. But my marriage did what most marriages do. It ended in divorce. And I was ill-prepared for that. Ill-prepared. Because it's just a little bit different. It's a little bit emotionally different, I'm going to say. The gay divorce versus just the regular gay breakup. I mean, I was never one of those, dramatic lesbians. I think I've only had one relationship where we broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together type of thing. But most of the time, when I break up, we break up. We don't talk for 2 years, and then we become friends. That's if you wanted to know how my breakups operate, it's like that. But this divorce process, I was unable to pull my regular 2-year, take care of yourself emotionally, rebuild your life sort of disappearing act, because there was a legal process behind it. Instead of thinking, oh, baby, is this cheese grater yours or mine? I have to think, do I have a receipt that I bought that cheese grater? Do I? It never got that petty, but I still had to think that petty because I wanted to protect myself. Because never had I been in a position where legally somebody could royally screw me. And you don't think it's going to happen to you. You think, oh, it's nice and loving and going to last forever, because it's all gay and happy and we just earned this right, and so we're not going to blow it. I'll give you a hint. More than 3 of you will blow it. And you will be emotionally devastated. Because it's not just the legal, it's the emotional thing. It's a commitment to a thing that you never thought you would have, especially if you're older. I mean, I'm not saying that you young people won't suffer, but by the time that you come around to marriage, it will be a commonplace and there will be things to deal with it. Like, when I was first going through my divorce, there was nothing. There were no real resources for gay divorce. Nobody was talking about, like, how do you feel? What is this sort of, like, new level of emotional devastation I can reach? This new level, this new way. Like, before it was just like, yeah, I'm hurt, I'm so lonely, I'm lonely, I'm lonely, I'm hurt, I'm hurt. Hello, nurse. But, this is like, oh, I'm lonely, I'm hurt, I'm lonely, I'm hurt. I'm lonely, I'm hurt. I have to think about my assets. I'm lonely, I'm hurt, and I have to think about planning a future for myself instead of having a partner to plan a future with. I'm lonely, I'm hurt. I wonder if she's gonna try and financially take a bunch of things that weren't hers. I don't mind splitting our things, but, I'm not gonna try and take her things. I hope she doesn't try and take my things, and we can split our things. I'm lonely, I'm hurt, I'm lonely, I'm hurt. And oh my God, if there are children involved, even if they're adult children by this time, it's even more emotionally painful. Because, you don't think you develop like these connections with these children, even if you're not their parents. Like, I was like a supervising adult because when I first met my stepdaughter, she was 15. She was an adult. I talked to her as an adult, an adult that needed adult supervision. But hell, I'm an adult that needs adult supervision. Just ask my mom. She'll tell you. My child is very creative and very special, but she may need some adult supervision from time to time. Yes. But then you like develop a relationship with this person too. And, that relationship gets, over the years, it becomes tight and solid. But when you're not the parent in the breakup and they take the child and there's nothing that you can do. There is nothing, they're 20, but they're going to always side with the biological parent. Always. Unless the biological parent's a super douchebag. And that's a whole new level of hurt because it's not just, oh, I'm going to be lonely and then I will get over it in a second. Because you develop this family. This family was developed that you never thought was possible before. I mean, it was done. Don't get me wrong. I know plenty, even before the legally passing of gay marriage, of gay families that were perfectly, like, spot on, still together, still great. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about me. Somebody that goes to therapy and, tries to make themselves a better person, but probably didn't have the best of role models for the relationships in life. And so, of course, my marriage wasn't going to work. I mean, not of course, but when you think about what kind of role models I've had, it wasn't, and not all gay people came from super families. They didn't. Well, frankly, not all heterosexuals came from super families. And, some of the, like, it's just we're serial monogamous as a culture, to be honest. Part of it's us, part of it's our culture, part of it's how we bond. It's just how life is. But the emotional devastation with the family and with the divorce and with the legal work, it can get overwhelming. It really can. You'll make it through. It's been a couple years. I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my life because I've been going through therapy and doing meditation and turning myself into a general, like, is a punk rock hippie a thing? Because I think that's what I am. I think I might be a punk rock hippie. Not like a gutter punk rock hippie, but just somebody that doesn't want to be like, "Oh, peace, man, you should do what I say," but more like, "Hey, I'm going to meditate. I'm a vegetarian. I guess I've been a vegetarian for 25 years, but that's digressing." So anyway, actually the whole punk rock hippie thing was a digression. What I want you to know, if you're going through this right now, I'm going to come up and I'm going to lean into you and say that, like, you'll get through it. You really will. I mean, I know that the legal stuff seems overwhelming, and I know that the emotional stuff seems overwhelming, and it really is overwhelming. It's a totally different breakup. It's a breakup that hardly any of us have ever had before. I mean, we just haven't because it's the connection. And because gay marriage wasn't possible, so gay divorce wasn't possible. The entire thing with having families there for a wedding and all that sort of stuff, and then having families there for the breakup. We kind of went through it, but not really. But you know what? You got through that. You're going to get through this. I promise you. And if you come out the other side, when you come out the other side, you'll be a really, good person. You can get over it. There's hope. I'm trying to say there is hope. And if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I much appreciate it.